Hey guys, today in the Analects of Confucius 6.9, we're going through another disciple of Confucius who was just as virtuous as Confucius's favorite disciple, Yan Hui. And we'll see his integrity really come into action here because he really is making the decision between being the second most powerful man in the state of Lu, or refusing this opportunity and staying true to his principles. And spoiler alert, he does choose to go for the second option. And without further ado, let's get started. 6.9. The Ji family wanted to make Ming Ziqian the steward of B. Ming Ziqian said to the messenger, "Please decline it nicely for me. If they summon me again, I shall be north of the river Wen." Okie dokie, so the Ji family during the spring and autumn period was the most powerful out of the three aristocratic families that forcefully took the power away from the Duke of Lu, who is the legitimate ruler of the state. And so, yeah, they just took all the power for themselves, and they were really known for violating the Zhou dynasty's ritual norms and did all sorts of corrupt stuff. So essentially, for Confucius and his disciples, dealing with them is just dealing with a really corrupt kind of regime. And Confucius really disliked this thing that the Ji family were up to. And then B was the Ji family's own little private walled capital, and it was much bigger and much wealthier than actually some of the actual independent states during the spring and autumn period, which is really weird and really corrupt. And Ming Ziqian was a disciple of Confucius. He is very highly regarded. He's considered as the top 10 disciples of Confucius, and he is ranked just as highly as Yan Hui, who was Confucius's favorite disciple, in this category of virtue. So he is a very, very virtuous person. So the Ji family, corrupt, wanted to make Ming Ziqian the steward of B. And what that meant for him was that he literally had complete power and control over everything, essentially, that it was going on in the government. So that meant the army or military and the tax collection and administration and etc. So this is probably the most important position in the government that he will ever get. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. But Ming Ziqian was very well known for his unmatched moral integrity. And we see that because he says to a messenger that he doesn't want to be the steward. And so he says, "Please decline it nicely." So, this is a really good representation of what it's like to be a junzi, or a gentleman, or, like I've explained millions of times, the ideal person in Confucius's eyes, what everyone is meant to be like, essentially. Or yes, I guess it's your goal in life, and after refining your character, this is what you will be like. So the gentleman upholds ritual and courtesy, but is still unwilling to compromise his moral principles. And Ziqian does this thing exactly because he wants to decline it, aka it's a firm, undeniable no, but he still wants to do it nicely, as in he doesn't want to insult the Ji clan, and he wants to be respectful, and he doesn't want to reject rudely and actually break any ritual norms. So he is very much unshakable in his, or rather unbendable, that's a word that we've talked about before in some earlier chapter. But yeah, he is really unwilling to change his moral principles in any way. So if the wind comes, he won't really sway or bend. And someone like this will be guaranteed as virtuous. And then he says something very interesting. If they summon me again, I shall be north of the river Wen. So the river Wen was the formal border between the state of Lu, which was on the south, and Qi, which was on the north bank, which is a really nice way of saying, if the Ji clan wants to find me again, then just tell them that I'll be packing my bags and I'll be leaving the state. And yeah, this is a very good example of moral integrity, or you can see it as choosing the hard right over the easy wrong. And yeah, that'll be all today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!